So earlier when I found this article, I made a mistake because I thought it was Sendai, and I was like, isn't Sendai like the people who did Power Rangers? But it's Sentai.
What is the Power Rangers? Isn't that Senpai?
No, I said Dai.
Dai.
Yeah, but that might be a whole different other country because it's Senbon.
Yeah, Saban.
Yeah, which
I think they did all those ones, right? They did like VR Troopers as well.
Yeah, because have you watched the Netflix show The Toys That Made Us?
No. I think Nick, I think you and Nick maybe were talking about that.
Yeah, no. It was Chris and I were talking about it.
Okay.
But basically there's a whole episode about Power Rangers and how it started because the guy who used to own it, used to own Senbon, he saw the original Power Rangers, which was called Super Sentai Warriors, and he was like, I need that, and he bought the rights to it and brought it to the US.
Okay.
And it's like this weird Jewish man, like there's no correlation with it, but he was like, I just like it.
Well, there was I didn't pull up the article, but you had the one about like the US senator who had like the theme from was it like Demon Slayer?
Yeah, Demon Slayer
on his
movie
Spotify
theme. Yeah.
on his Spotify playlist.
Dude,
Man, it's
anime
taking
music
over America.
Anime music is slapping. I have to show you like the Demon Slayer's like anime opening. Like it's really good. Like there's so many TikTokers that dance to it, and like
that I don't doubt.
But it is really good. But let me continue on the article. Sorry, you guys. AMC Network requires Sentai Holdings, Sentai Filmworks, and High Dive. So if you guys are not familiar, so Sentai Filmworks, they're the people who basically made in the Abyss, Akame ga Kill. So it's the one where like the glowing purple nipples.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Sounds fantastic though.
Yeah. Well, also I could be wrong, but I'm like mixing it up with a different anime, but it is that. Food Wars. Are you familiar with that, Brett?
I do not know that one.
Food Wars is the food porn anime where like every time they eat it, like magically they go into like this weird orgasm thing, and like
right up my alley, Miracle. Right up my alley. I mean, I think I'm just gonna quit the podcast right now. I think we're done for the day, guys. I'm just gonna go look this up because this sounds perfect for me.
It has a lot of fan service, and it also teaches you how to cook, and I love it.
I support fan service. I don't know how to cook.
And then my other favorite anime, Parasite, the Maximum. Basically, this one is where the guy has. So his Parasite
and these are all owned by
Sentai.
By Sentai.
Film, yeah.
Okay, keep going.
And also, High Dive is their streaming service. So if you guys have their streaming service, they're owned by AMC now. And if you're not familiar with AMC is the network that brought us The Walking Dead.
Yes.
So now they have them. So
before we go, okay, that was the. I haven't listened back, but I made a comment the other day about an Anson Mount show.
Yeah.
And I think I was saying Hell on Earth.
Yeah.
And the show is called Hell on Wheels.
No, you did say Hell on Wheels.
Okay, I got it right?
Yeah,
I was like last night, maybe I was just having like a paranoid moment last night. I'm literally talking on air like when we do these things like for like 2 hours every day. I got to be screwing up so much crap.
No,
but clearly
you got it
not.
Right.
Clearly, okay, all right, good, because that's a great show.
If you got it wrong, I would have corrected you.
Okay, keep going. I apologize.
Okay, no, you're good. So AMC Networks Entertainment CEO. I can't read, so Matt Blank said this builds the AMC network already strong IAP franchises and furthers our target streaming strategies of super serving passionate audience with content depth,
creation,
community.
Not creation.
What
curation.
I can't read.
And community. Keep going.
He's like correcting me while I'm reading.
I'm being a dick. I'm sorry.
With the addition of Sentai, we see even a greater opportunity to build AMC Network's position as a global leader. So they're trying to beat Disney, you guys.
Well, I mean, that's pretty ambitious, but...
Well, until Disney buys like the other two... other two big animation studios in anime, I don't see that
happen because they've acquired the ones that are like willing to sell. But I think what's yet to be acquired are ones. First of all, I think there's such a thing like Disney is pushing dangerously close, and many would say already past the point of being a monopoly.
Yeah,
in a lot of aspects.
Well, looking at this, AMC has now acquired Sentai. So if you like skip down, Cool Japan funds the public-private company that Japanese government employs to fund projects as its Cool Japan program. So are you familiar with that?
No.
So it's a program that's on NHK, which is Japan's news network, similar to CNN. But basically they have cute little segments where they teach you about Japan, and Cool Japan, their segment is like showing you like cool little fun facts about Japan or like cool new inventions that are around.
Here's some other stuff I found. Cool Japan Fund makes additional 3.6 million available to Sentai Holdings. That was in October of 2020. Cool Japan Fund invests 30 million in Sentai Holdings. Update August 2019. So they've been at it a while.
Yeah, so basically that's really cool. So now they have that, but it says Crunchyroll entered into a home video and electronic. Okay, I can't read. For
sell-through distribution partnership with Sentai Filmworks to distribute anime titles on home video, which appear to be a mix of subtitled and sub and dub. Created projects.
So in AMC's portfolio, it includes AMC Plus. Do we have that?
I do not. I don't have it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have any of these. We might have Sundance now. Like that. Just is that last one? ALLBLK.
I don't know what that is.
All black.
I think it's all black.
Shudder. Shudder. I know
Shudder
a lot of people
really
have
good.
Shudder if you're a horror movie fan. Or
what's Acorn?
I think Acorn is supposed to, if I remember correctly, you'd have to look it up. It's probably something similar to like a Tubi, which is like it's like a streaming service, but you don't like you have to have ads.
Oh, it's a British TV streaming service.
Yes. Okay. So something I watched recently had an Acorn. It might have either been rewatch when I was rewatching Republic of Doyle.
Yeah.
Or when I started rewatching Murdoch Mysteries, which
I think
are all,
the Murdoch one.
It might have been because that's Canadian. That's not
well,
British.
right here, if you read the synopsis of Acorn TV, is an American subscription video streaming service offering television programming from UK, Ireland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Spain, and Mexico.
It could just be like, honestly, it could just be like when I'm looking through my Roku.
Yeah,
and it's just I'm probably just seeing the logo on there. It's just crazy. Like we worked like very hard. Netflix worked very hard to get us out of like the television model where you had to have your $150 cable TV package, which my family was too poor to afford growing up.
Yeah.
And now we've gotten into like this, like you have to spend the same amount to get all of these things because IP is king now. Everybody wants to own their own stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why like all the smart people that are getting into comics now, nobody wants to work for DC or Marvel. You want to crowdfund and hold on to and own your own intellectual property. You don't want to be selling. You don't want to sell. You don't want to make somebody else money. You want to make your own money.
Well, for me, I just feel like this is really exciting for AMC because now they own one of the biggest like one of like in my mind it's really big because Food Wars has like became like the meme culture because like how I told you the fan service, like there's an episode it was
by fan service you mean just like throwback like member berries?
No.
What do you mean?
No, so let me explain it. So in season 1 Suma, I think it's Suma, Suma is the main character, and like everybody's judging him because he enters into this cooking academy. So imagine
like Le Cordon Bleu for
Sure, because like they have different people from different culinary backgrounds. Like there's twins that are Italian cooks.
Okay.
And then there's this girl, she's born in Japan.
I think I had a dream about that once.
This girl, I think she's like a Yankee, and Yankee is basically where it's a Japanese girl, or a Japanese guy, they pretend to be all American. Like she has blonde hair and she's like a little bit darker because like she tanned, but her outfit, she has an American, like a US flag as her bikini top, and I
like her already.
And she has like bikini bottoms, but she covers it with like these short shorts that are made out of jeans. And like her whole
jean shorts?
Yeah, but they're booty shorts.
I like it already.
And like her whole
Where has this been all my life?
and her whole like cuisine that she cooks, she makes barbecue, my dude. Like everything's her specialty is in meat.
Barbecue.
Barbecue, the BBQ.
Barbecue.
She looks like a Barbie.
There you go.
But yeah,
Why isn't that a restaurant?
I think it is.
There probably is.
I think it is, but it's funny because the first episode, like everybody's judging him, and like, but one of the main characters, her name is Irina, and she's like supposed to be like this world class chef because like everything she tastes, she knows exactly what the ingredients is. Like every restaurant,
A super taster.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So they were judging him because he comes from like a small town and like him and his father share a restaurant together. They make like homemade Japanese foods that is like really good for comfort food, and like they're judging him, and he makes a gotcha roast. And basically,
what's a gotcha roast?
Basically,
we're getting it. We should go on to the next article after this.
After this, so basically, it looks like that bacon wrap pork roast that you see. Oh, okay. I can't describe it, but it basically looks like a bacon wrap, and it's wrapping pork, and like you cook it and like barbecue it, and you have like gravy all over it. But no, like when in that episode he makes it, and they think it's pork inside, but they cut it open. It's actually mashed potatoes, and like Irina
just blew my mind.
Yeah, Irina. Yeah, you can find the recipe on Cooking with Babish. Oof, I love cooking things so much, but Irina, she tastes it because like all the judges are like, oh my god, this is so good.
We're gonna have a cooking news segment, a pop culture cooking news segment on this.
I know. Yeah,
you. This is like the most excited I've ever seen you
because I like food. I told you I used to be a foodie.
That's that would have been a fantastic transition if we were ready to go on to the next article, but let's
okay, but let me continue. Basically, she was like, I don't believe you guys, and she tries it, and then all of a sudden she has like a foodgasm, and like all her clothes like magically disappear. It's like melting because like how she describes it, like the mashed potatoes are so soft, like it melts in your mouth.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It's so funny because
and that is fan service.
It's fan service because like they do a little strip tease.
Okay. All right. Like I had that one wrong. Wrong kind of fan service.
That's what I meant by fan service.
Okay.
But I'm so happy that AMC has it now because like they could go wild with it.
Yeah. Let's do the
Miyazaki.
We'll do
the wholesome news.
Yes, the Nickelodeon mashes up.
Let's do the Year of the Tiger one and then the mashup.
Okay.
So the Miyazaki, like I didn't know he was still alive. I thought he passed away, but he's still alive. So thank God we still have the greatest in the world. But he is known for drawing Studio Ghibli stuff, and recently in 2021 they had a lot of troubles because of the whole pandemic, so they couldn't sell tickets, and they went for GoFundMe to basically raise like more money to keep that museum there. I went to that museum.
So this is like a
basically why I brought it up, because that museum, they have like these special edition movies that you can watch.
Is it pronounced Ghibli?
Ghibli or Ghibli?
I thought it was Ghibli.
I thought it was Ghibli.
It's funny because I don't watch anime, but I paid attention to all the Vic Mignogna trial stuff and all the Vic Mignogna. Like I find the anime industry more fascinating than anime itself.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those channels cover stuff in those industries.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I had like 2 different people throughout my life tell me 2 different pronunciations, so I'll jump back and forth. But people in the comments or like in the Spotify comments, like you can correct me, like show me how to pronounce it correctly.
Ghibli. It looks like Ghibli to me.
It looks like Ghibli
with the H there.
But it might be Ghibli or Ghibli. I'll just switch back and forth.
Okay, so keep going.
So basically, why I brought up their museum, because in the museum, when you buy a ticket, you're not allowed to like film or like take pictures in there. Only the outside, because they don't want you to release their animation secrets. It's so good. Like there's the original drawings of Spirit Away in there, and the Wolf of the Walking House.
Is that him in the picture?
Yeah, it's him.
Looks good for his age.
Yeah, like that's why I was shocked that he's alive. But he recently drew a new Year of the Tiger. So 2022 is the Year of the Tiger, which is the year I'm born. That's why I Like, it makes me happy. But
you were born in 2022?
No, I meant the Year of the Tiger.
I'm kidding.
But
I'm kidding.
basically, they always release like this secret movie. So when I went, the movie was about like these old couples, and they see like these mice, these mice like doing a sumo wrestling thing. And they're like, oh, we have to help the little guy because he's getting beat up by the big guy. So they've been like feeding like the little guy like
David and Goliath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've been like feeding him like little stuff, like to make him plump. And that same day when
that tiger looks pretty plump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything he draws like is very plumped. Even like human characters, like if they're supposed to be skinny, they're a little bit chunky. But
so
I love it.
This begins February 1st, it says.
Yes. So we're
Year of
going
the
to
Tiger.
celebrate Year of the Tiger. I'm going to figure out a way to get you guys festive.
We can do that. We can do that. That would be. I think Nick would love that for the vlog. Mm-hmm. It says Ghibli co-founder Toshio Suzuki also drew his own tiger to commemorate. I like his tiger as well. I kind of like that.
I like it.
I like that.
But
one,
yeah, the
that
reason why, and also that animation of the sumo wrestling mice. That same day after I went there, I went to go watch a sumo wrestling match. I have the video for
That's
it.
so you.
It is. And like that same day, like when I was watching it, there was a guy where he got thrown out of the ring and we thought he broke his neck.
What happened to him?
So
He's okay?
basically he was okay because like sumo wrestlers, they know how to tumble like how skaters do.
Or professional wrestlers.
Yeah. So they know how to tumble correctly. But I'm always scared because like the people who sit in the front of the sumo wrestling ring, they're like either like high paying ticket sellers or like judges. So I'm always scared, like what if a sumo wrestler who weighs like over 300 pounds falls on you? What do you do from
They should
there?
have to sign waivers beforehand.
They do.
Okay.
They do. But like I learned so much about it. So I forgot what the belt thing is called that they wear, the diaper thing. But basically it's like it's like a very traditional thing, and they even have in the back like they have designs from their clan or like what their family names are, their family crests, and like they throw rice on mats. Like it's so good. And how you tell points, basically whoever falls out of the circle of the ring or falls out of the ring, or whoever basically it's like how we were watching Cobra Kai, like karate. Yeah, it's basically the same concept.
They have to get the point by hitting him in the chest.
Yeah, and fall.
So the calendar year. So basically, they're just saying that this is the official drawn.
Because
I'm
there's
a little
a new
bit confused
animation.
about this. So it's not the official photo of the Year of the Tiger. It's the official photo for Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Or Ghibli of the Year of the Tiger.
Yeah. But they're also announcing. So if you read this tweet, Happy New Year, director Miyazaki's new animated film is in production. So I'm really happy because they're making a new movie. So I'm wondering what the new movie is. The last movie that they produced was Ponyo. Do you know what that one is?
Nope.
It's basically like a little girl, like she's a little fish girl, and then like she wants to explore more than the sea. So she like jumps out of the water and she transforms into a little girl, and she meets this other kid whose name is Sosuke, and like they kind of fall in love. It's like a weird love story, and like her dad is like, no, you need to come back to the ocean, and like her mom is basically a goddess who is the ocean itself. It's like really cool. And like her mom was like, come on honey, they're in love, like you shouldn't ruin their love. And he's like, fine. And then like Sosuke's mom,
happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. And like Sosuke's mom's like, it's okay, I can take care of her. If you're scared like she won't be taken care of, I'll take care of both of them. And the mom is like, thank you. And like she disappears and she like takes her husband too.
This is still the happiest or the most excited I've seen you about anything. I love it.
Because I love Studio Ghibli. Like, there's a lot of folklore that goes into it. So, like, the famous movie that they produce is Spirited Away. So, they have... Like, there's a conspiracy theory with, like, Spirited Away where it talks about Edo, Japan, where they used to do prostitution. And it, like, has, like, little hints of it. But it's, like, a big stretch. But I love that theory. And then their other famous one, their mascot, Totoro... he has his own movie called My Neighbor Totoro, and it's my favorite drink from Whales of August. Sorry, I'm like going off topic, but it's like a sweet drink that I really love. But basically for that one, there's another fan theory where he's actually like a Shinigami, and he's like taking the little kids away from the living world. He's like, time to come, it's time to die. because like they see things that like grown-ups can't see,
Yeah.
like the sisters, and they're like, oh my god, it's the cat bus. Speaking of cat bus, like look
How many
at
projects do they release a year?
depending
Roughly.
let me search it up.
No, just if off the top of your head, what would
I
you
don't
say?
know, because like some of these movies came out before I was born.
Okay. Well, let's just move on to the Nickelodeon. It says
brought
Nickelodeon
up-
mashes up Ghibli and Nicktoons and Miyazaki birthday tribute.
Mm-hmm.
So it says Nickelodeon pays tribute to legendary anime director Hayao Miyazaki with a new illustration that mashes up Ghibli's work with classic Nicktoons. January 5th is Hayao Miyazaki's 81st birthday. Wow. He's looking good for 81.
Yeah.
And Nickelodeon gifted the influential Studio Ghibli creator a new piece of art to celebrate the occasion.
Yeah.
The illustration was created by artist Troy Mullen and posted to the Nickelodeon official Twitter account. The piece mashes up Ghibli's most iconic characters with the stars of the cable company's Nicktoons Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yep.
And Aang and his flying bison Appa.
Appa.
Are reimagined as My Neighbor Totoro. How's that?
Totoro.
Characters, while Cat Dog plays the role of the movie's famous
Cat
Bus. Surprisingly, Garfield is not reimagined into something.
He's basically Kiki's little cat.
Yeah, it says and was instead taken by Rugrats Tommy Pickles, who was fused with what do you pronounce that one? B-O-H.
B-O-H.
Ba.
Yeah, basically. That's from Spirit Away, where he's like the big baby.
So you guys can see these pictures here. That is very cool. There's like you guys should look into if you watch any of these videos and you have even like a passing interest in anime. I recommend checking it out because obviously Miracle is very
so if you
passionate
scroll
about it.
down, you can see the pictures. Like I love how much details they are. So in the front there is Aang and then Appa and then there's Momo, his little like monkey / lemur. I think it's a lemur. I'm just calling him a monkey because it looks like a monkey for me, but it's not. And then like also right next to Aang is Cosmo and Wanda from Fairly Odd Parents. They're like the little spirits from Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that movie or no?
No.
That one is my favorite movie all of them because it doesn't really, it talks about like religion in Japan. So like Japanese people, they believe like there's spirits for everything. So that movie basically says like you need to respect the forest. If you don't, like bad consequences are gonna happen. And it's like it's not in modern time, it's like in past time. And like Mononoke is basically a Mowgli story where like she was raised by wolves.
Okay.
And she's trying to protect the forest, but like this guy that she falls in love with, basically he's trying to protect the modern village from whatever is like coming out of the forest, trying to kill everybody.
And that one's called what?
Princess Mononoke. So
Okay.
the English translation is Princesses and Monsters.
Okay.
But it's really good. I love it, and it talks a lot about Shito religions because like there's the king of the forest and he's like a deer.
Yeah.
And they do respect like the deer god a lot in Japanese culture. And when you were asking me how many movies they produce, it doesn't say, but they like are they producing now, but in total they only have 19 movies out.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And
Shows you how influential they are.
but their movie Spirit Away is the first Japanese animated movie that won an Academy Award.
Wow.
Yeah, so-
for what does it say?
Animation.
And okay, for animation. Okay,
Yeah, so
awesome.
basically the studio has produced 19 features, several short films. I forgot about the short films, television commercials and television film. 8 of the Studio Ghibli films among the 15 highest grossing anime films made in Japan, which with Spirit Away being the highest grossing, over 274 million worldwide.
Wow.
And you can still here's like a little thing. If you want to watch Studio Ghibli stuff, you can watch it on Netflix if you have a VPN. Also you can watch it on Amazon Prime and you can see like my childhood there. It's like a great movie because it's talking about this little girl. I forgot what her name is, but basically she's like, ugh, I hate my parents, I don't want to be here, and her parents like turn into pigs.
What's the name of it?
Spirit Away.
Okay.
basically like she's like, I don't want to be here, and like her parents like eat this like street food. They ask her, do you want to eat it? Like, you know how parents are, like they're like, eat, child, eat. And she's like, I don't want to eat it. And they eat it and they turn into pigs. And she's like, oh my god, I need to turn my parents back into humans, because if I don't turn them back, they're going to be killed as livestock. And like she meets No Face, and this is where the conspiracy theory is. Like No Face, basically he's like offering her gold and food, and this is where like the theory is like he's trying to pay for her dowry to buy her virginity as a prostitute.
Oh.
So they're like, oh, it's kind of like that, where they used to do that in Eto, Japan, where like it's like a new prostitute and like she hasn't been touched yet, so they offer like food, gold, anything that's really like high in price, so they can be the first one to deflower.
That is truly disturbing.
Sorry, it's a good movie. It's a good movie because she falls in love with I forgot what his name is, but he turns into a dragon, and then slowly she like wakes up and her parents are like back to normal.
And one more time, what was the name of that movie?
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away. Thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.